When the bacon is sizzling and the pan is hot, cooking with Stoney Stone, cooking up all that he's got. From the highway to the back road, he's cruising the mile. Driving with Stoney Stone, you'll be there in style. Out on the water where the big fish will bite, old farts fishing from morning till night. Check out all the catfish action with Catfish Wars. Need some great stories, he's got them to share. On his Fishing with Stoney Stone podcast, he's always right there. Oldfartsfishing.com is where you should go for the online store and the whole darn show. Real estate, photography needs services for all your real estate photography needs. By Stoney's Photography. Don't hire a phony, hire a Stoney. Lots of availability. Next day turnaround, great quality, all quality, and reasonable rates. Order online at Stoney'sPhotography.net.
Welcome back. It is Monday, and if you're watching this, you're hearing me, that means it is Fishing with Stoney Stone and
I'm here, Darren, with Standard Issue and
Channel
Channel
Cat
Cat
Crew.
Crew.
So Darren Mayhew, my co-host, and let's get this thing started.
Yes,
let's
do it.
We're going to jump right in after you saw a few little commercials. We're now on Patreon.
Yes,
Everybody's all, what is Patreon?
yes.
Well, a little bit of backstory is we were trying to find ways to kind of monetize some of the content we're putting out there and see if we would get people to subscribe. And, you know, there's a bunch of different ways to do that. And one thing that we've always been told is you can use OnlyFans for other things other than just what you see in there. You can do a fishing podcast and they would accept you. So we tried 3 times.
Nope.
And we got rejected every time. I don't know if they just didn't want old men or these guys, old farts fishing or fishing. They didn't want fishing at all. It was like, if it was catfishing, maybe we just marketed it differently. It should have been catfishing on OnlyFans or something.
Yeah.
They would have interpreted it differently than what it was.
They probably would have, yeah.
And
they
they
probably
would have
let
accepted it.
Yeah.
But because we were honest about what we were doing, they said, no, sorry. And so we just kind of left that to the wayside. And Eric came up with this idea. Have you heard of Patreon? Let's do that. So we've done it. We launched a platform on Patreon at $3 a month to join the membership. Doesn't mean you have to have a membership. So I did this a couple days ago. I think we've got 5 people that are now members. I think 2 are paid or 3 are paid members. I haven't kept up, but it is growing. And people are, why would I pay $3? Well, when you go fishing, how much did you spend this weekend fishing?
I spent a lot of money this weekend fishing.
$100? More than $100?
More than $100.
So you spent more than $100 fishing. If you spent $3 to say, you know what, I'm going to go enter this thing on Patreon under Fishing with Stoney Stone for $3, and you mean I'm going to get thrown into their drawings they do every month to win things that are more than $3?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe a brand new fishing rod or lures.
Shoot, that stuff sitting right there is more than $3.
Right. The little Pro Cure that, you know, is a giveaway now, or Butt Juice, or, you know, any of these products, right? These are things that you could win, but the only way to win it is by being a member on Patreon.
Yep.
And so pay the $3, whether you watch the podcast live there or later or not at all. We got you on the list, and you're actually getting a chance to get in these drawings. And the more followers we get,
the better the prizes.
The better the prizes, because it's not a complete money grab. I mean, we got to make money.
Yeah.
That's what we do. And, you know, you guys aren't going to work free forever.
No.
So some of that is going to pay for all this to happen and us to make a better show every time we do it. And, you know, we have sponsors coming in. But when we don't have sponsors, we're going to take that money and we're going to use it to buy better gifts. So could we potentially have trips that we're giving away? It's like, you know, people that we partner with, Golden State Sport Fishing, Kyle Weiss with Headhunters, you know, or Kevin Brock, or, you know, all these guys we work with, you know, periodically is, you know, we'll buy a trip.
Yeah.
And we'll give that away. We'll raffle off, spin the wheel, however we're going to do it. But you have to be a member, $3 a month. What I think it's like $35 for the year. And that's what makes all this stuff happen.
Yeah.
And that's why we're doing it. We're just trying different ways to monetize the content.
Yep.
And so when you see the Patreon thing, thank you guys that have already subscribed. I do see somebody that have paid month to month. I saw somebody that was paid the $35 right up front and say, hey, 35 bucks, not a problem. We can do that. And I've seen a few people that just joined, and as we do more and more content will be put there. You'll still be able to see it on Facebook. You'll still be able to see it on YouTube, Instagram, wherever else we post it, on TikTok and what have you. So we'll send it out, but we are going to drive some special content. So not just the drawings. We thought we'd have some fun with it. As we have a safety meeting. There's a lot of behind the scenes things that go on. So we just started running the cameras.
Yeah.
And so with the membership, you get to see what happens behind the scenes up front before a podcast. There's a lot of great conversation that takes place that we either forget about or never even makes the cut. So it's like the uncut version of what's going to happen on the podcast.
But it could get cut.
It could get cut. Doesn't mean we're just going to give it. We're not going to incriminate ourselves.
No.
But we do want you to see some of what happens behind the scenes. And that's it's a member perk. You pay the $3 and you get access to that. So the more support we get, and it's kind of funny is it takes me back to the ISE show, is Kevin selling all his product and it's flying off the shelf, right? Everything. And I've got a few old farts fishing, hoodies and shirts. And I'd sit there and watch people and they'd walk by and you get a lot of giggles. Oh, that's a cute thing. Or, and people really like the brand. We got a lot of visibility. But when it came to actually buying that hat or buying that shirt for $20, $25, it wasn't that cute.
Yeah.
It wasn't worth $25.
Yeah.
So it makes you think, is like the whole podcast thing, right? Is $3 a month. Are we worth $3 a month? Well, to about 3 people right now, we are.
Heck yeah.
Right. But the end game is at 100 people. Absolutely. And all the things we talked about with the drawings is, there's one caveat is we need to get to 10 subscribers or 10 paid subscribers.
Yes.
So we get 10 paid subscribers. We'll do our first drawing. And people are like, well, what is that first drawing? I don't know. It depends whether we reach that. But, I can say it'll be either something from Snag 'em and Bag 'em, from Kevin Brock, from Amazing Fishing, maybe even Hammer Down, Hook 'em Big.
Nice.
All the people that currently support us, but we're always looking for new people.
Yeah, for sure.
So those are all some of the benefits of.
And if anybody's really excited, we could have 10 subscribers by the end of the night.
We could just go to the page and maybe my producer, while he's sitting there trying to make sure he doesn't fall asleep.
Yeah.
Copy and paste that link in there. I think you just go to patreon.com and it's like patreon.com /
Fishing
with Stoney Stone.
Yep.
And you should find the account. And
Yep.
they won't see a big bunch of content yet because we just launched it. There's a few clips from the podcast that are on there, but this podcast will be on there.
Yep.
The behind the scenes from tonight will be on there. We may break it up a little bit because it's like 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
So we might piecemeal it, part 1, part 2, whatever, just to, grab. But that's all you get for that $3. You'll see that whole thing in little bits at a time. So just some kind of cool things going on with us that thought I'd throw out there before we got way deep into what's going on. But that's why you see the Patreon thing is, we're old men. We need a retirement.
Yes. Tired of going to work every day.
The funny thing is I see these people that have illnesses and things that come up, which, God forbid something happened to anybody out there. But, the one thing that is just a personal rub for me is when I see these GoFundMe accounts out there is, I get it. Shit happens. We live in a really screwed up world. But for me personally, it's just hard for me to say. To me, I just feel like I failed if I'm out sitting there saying I need to GoFundMe, like the back surgery I have coming up. I'm self-employed. I don't have a big corporate company that's going to pay for that medical bill.
Right.
It's coming out of my pocket.
And don't worry, I'm going to make you a dinner or two and bring them over,
You will. But my point is, I'm not out here saying go create a GoFundMe to pay for bills.
Right.
I might say go join my Patreon account so we have some money coming in, but that's not something that goes 100% to me.
Yeah.
That's something that's going to you, that's going to Eric, that's going back to the people that subscribe because we're going to buy things.
And I'm excited about it because I might actually get a net worth going.
Well, there's a whole, so that brings up the thing before I get going too far along, but there is a whole thing of we'll have the premium part of Patreon where you'll actually get to see Darren and Stoney's feet with a camera on the ground for $10 a month. You can pay to see that. Or maybe what we do is maybe better yet is for $10 a month, you pay not to see that.
They might pay more not to see it than they would see it, I think.
But you'll get the complete audio of the podcast, but just our feet. And I don't know. Once we reach, like, say, you know what?
That's going to be a hard call, though. There's going to be guys that are like, okay, do I want to look at these ugly suckers or do I want to look at their ugly feet?
Well, it's like watching a train crash, right? It's like
Yeah.
you want to turn away, but in reality,
just can't.
You can't. But no, we're having a really good safety meeting today. So that was a thought that we might come to reality. But once we reach, say, I don't know what, 100 followers? No, we got 10 followers.
500 followers at least.
500 followers. That'll be
Yeah.
a premium channel. It may be like one
Yeah.
subscriber, which will probably be Darren subscribe to himself.
Dude, we got 40,000 views, Stoney.
Yeah. See?
So we'll
Heck yeah.
see, but stay tuned. We'll see what happens with
It's
that.
like right now, all you get is the socks.
That's all you get.
That's all you get. It's just socks right now. Okay, show that. There you go. Right now, that's all you get.
I'm
So,
not even gonna show socks.
Blurry sock. You want the blurry
Look,
sock.
our
Yeah.
followers are going down. We started with like 15. We're down to like 4.
oh God. All right, we need to go a different direction.
Back on our normal task.
Back to
Only
task.
10 minutes in.
It's only 10
Stoney.
minutes in.
Wow.
That's a lot of footage to get. But anyway, that's what's going on with Patreon. What's in the news? That's our next segment here. What's in the news? We can't forget the Catfish Bash. It's still hot on people's agendas. I think we have 14 teams now registered, which is great.
Awesome.
A few new teams that tried it out and came back, so that's a
good.
sign.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of repeating teams coming back, new teams, which like us are a new team.
Yep.
There's been a few new teams joined this year, so
Yeah.
you know the Old Farts fishing team and the SIF team joined to
Make
come
a
up with what
channel cat crew, baby.
Cat crew. So we've got one tournament under our belt that we're sitting at what 15th place or something.
Yep. We're doing good.
So we've got some
Right in the middle of the pack.
But then you look at the guy who won it, the team that won it with Aaron and Brian, right? I
Yep.
forgot the name. I should have printed it in front of me. Whisker something, or I don't know. I don't even remember. Trophy chasers, or
Yeah, something like that. I think it was.
they definitely came in at first place.
butt.
I mean, and we fished next to them
Heavy
the
bag.
majority of the day.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the rub for me, is we were next to these guys almost all day long.
Yep.
Having a great time. We were pretty close to each other. Were we outside our boundaries? I believe so. 'Cause
Yeah.
even if we weren't, we were still getting along, right? We were talking back and forth. We'd see them real fishing. They were seeing us real fishing. And, you know, so we felt pretty good. But when the numbers came in, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
15th.
Yeah, they got
so
some big numbers.
it happens, right?
Yeah.
And so congratulations to those guys. And they were a brand new team. They're not new to
No,
fishing,
not
just
new
like
to
we're not
fishing at
new
all.
to it. But they're just a new team and those dynamics. And that's a 2-person team.
Yep, and they did great.
And we went. Anthony and I went from basically a 2-person team to a 3-person team. So you know we had our own challenges.
Yep.
And that came out. That came out great. So
Yeah, came out. It worked out good. We can only get better.
Yep. So what's in the news here? I'm going to talk a little bit about fishing reports, but
Yes.
I got to go look at some. But while I'm doing that, I want you to give us a fishing report. If you went fishing Sunday,
Yes, me and the old
us
SIF
about it.
team went fishing.
the SIF team, where'd they
Yeah,
go?
me and my wife and my buddy Chad, we decided to go down to San Mateo, South Bay area, do some shark fishing. And I think we were a little early. The shark weren't theirs normally as much as we normally get. We only ended up catching a few. My wife ended up losing 3. She was a little upset. She had 3 missed opportunities, let's say. But yeah, we caught a couple. It was fun. I tried out some new bait that I'm going to bring up in my tech minute or whatever we calling it.
Tech corner with
The
Darren.
tech corner, yeah. I'll bring that up with bait. We tried out, you know, and it actually helped. It did help us, and we weren't getting any bites for a while. It was pretty slow out there. Beautiful day on the bay though, flat as could be, no wind,
Nice.
beautiful day, but fishing just wasn't as hot as normal. So
All right. Well, I've got some fishing reports to give. So I've got some guides that are now sending me some fishing reports on Monday. But I also I'm on this email distribution with Sportsman's Warehouse. So if you go on Sportsman's, they have an email. You can subscribe to Sportsman. Yeah, you get a few ads here and there. But they have a pretty in-depth fishing report. And for those guys that have it, great, you know, go to that. But for you guys that don't, so a few things that caught my eye. I hear a lot of guys on Facebook that I follow are fishing Lake Oroville. And it's saying that it's been fair. You know, this was dated on 1/26. Lake trout trolling has been decent, but the fish have been very exclusive this year. Good bass fishing, picking up near the dam. So there, Pyramid Lake was good. Lake Berryessa is good. I didn't get to have to look. I don't think I got a report from Nate on Berryessa, but this is saying that Berryessa has been good. Bass fishing time is coming in fast. The bass are feeding heavily on slow or dying bait fish. Collins Lake says very good. Let me see. Berkeley, American River, Amador. There's a bunch of lakes on here. Goes all the way to the coast. Folsom is very good right now. Feather River says excellent. Stillhead fishing. I do have a report from Kevin, so I'm not even going to read
Okay.
this one. I'm going to see what Kevin has to tell me.
Yeah, definitely.
Clear Lake says excellent, but as we know, this time of year,
It's always excellent.
we know that. Come
Yeah.
on. But this focuses on bass. What's interesting is if I hit this little learn more button on Clear Lake, is it gives me bass fishing has been excellent throughout January and February. A lot of good fish have come with football jigs, Tokyo jigs, flipping presentations, spinner baits. But what I don't see is they don't even talk about catfishing. So I guess they're leaving that up to Stoney Stone to talk about.
Yeah, I
or
guess so.
I guess I got to go look through everybody posts or all the posts out there and say what's going on with catfishing. So you heard it here first. Fishing with Stoney Stone. Catfishing is good, right? I mean, all the pictures I'm seeing of people that are doing it. I personally haven't been out since the last bash, but I continue to see big fish being caught. Some of the guides out there are catching some big fish. Speaking of guides, we do have a guide joining next week. I'm saying there's 95% chance B with B's guide service supposed to be joining our call next week. I did reach out to him. He called right before the podcast, and B and I know each other, or I should say we know of each other.
Right.
But I'm like, you know what? I see his posts. I see how well he's doing. I fished next to him several times. I'm like, you know what? Let me just reach out to this guy and say, hey, why don't you get on my podcast and see if he calls me back.
Yeah.
Right. He may just say, you know what? I ain't going to call you back. So when they don't call back, I don't take it personal. It just means
Yes, you do.
sit there and cry. But I don't mean I don't take it personal to be like, you know what? They don't want to be on the podcast. I get it. No big deal. So all I do is to me, it's fishing.
Yeah.
Right. So I can't go fishing right now because of my back. So why let me do some phone call fishing? So let me fish, throw a line out, see if B answers.
Yep.
A couple days go by and I didn't get it. I'm like, okay, he's not interested. He calls me today about an hour before the podcast. Hey, Stoney, what's up? I'm like, holy shit, the guy actually called me back. So it was kind of cool that he called. So we chatted a little bit and gave him, say, here's how it works, right? So people who want to get on the podcast, this is how it works. We have a little chat. It's all about promoting local small business, whether you're a guide, tackle shop, your own business, you're a fisherman, but your business is struggling or you want a little promotion, reach out to me. And we'll help you out. We'll give them, a shout out, and we'll do what we can. Not promising that's going to guarantee money, but if it does, awesome.
Yep.
But we're here to help small business and grow and survive, so they can do more fishing.
Yeah.
So I can't fish right now, so I'm going to fish online. I'm going to reach out to B. Fish on.
Yep.
I got him on. So I talked to him today and said, you know what? Watch the podcast. Tune in tonight. I don't know if I haven't looked, but if he tunes in, he sees what we're about.
Right.
He can say, yeah, Stoney, I saw your podcast. I'm not interested. I don't take it personal. I'm like, oh, that guy's a jerk. It's like, hey, it wasn't a fit. Not a big deal.
Right.
Or he's going to say, you know what, dude? Yeah, let's get us going. And so we'll see. So right now, as of now, he's going to be on the podcast next week. And hopefully that stays the same. And if you're interested in getting on, definitely reach out.
Yeah.
So other fishing reports, Kyle Weiss, everybody that follows Kyle Weiss, Kyle's a great guy. Headhunter Sport Fishing, New Baloney's trout. Fisher in the top 20 feet, pulling speedy shiners, Papa G spoons and teaspoons with Pazuka shad gel at 2.5 miles per hour. And then a few kokanee are starting to show up to 14 inches. So that's from Kyle Weiss. So if you guys haven't been out with Kyle, he fishes the Delta as well. Reach out to Kyle. Joe Gamma's Golden State Sport Fishing. We go with him quite a bit. You go to Old Farts Fishing on YouTube.
Yep.
You'll find a bunch of Golden State
Videos. Yeah.
videos. But Joe gave me a nice long one. I'm trying to to see where
That just didn't sound right, by the way. Yeah.
It's a big old wiener.
Gave him a big old long one.
The sturgeon fishing remains to be great with multiple hookups every trip. So if you haven't followed or seen Golden State Sport Fishing, this isn't just him giving me a line of BS.
No.
I see video after video after video. These guys are hooking up, and we
Yeah.
see it. So
Yeah.
if you want to get on sturgeon,
And that guy would be a millionaire 10 times over if he just tell everybody how he cures that bait.
you're right. That is like one of the that thing is protected
That's
better than
that's
the.
yeah.
You can go rob a bank easier than
Yeah,
getting
I
that
believe
recipe.
it. Yeah. But I'll tell you what, that guy catches fish. That
does.
guy catches sturgeon like nobody's business.
So you want to get out there, get with Golden State. Let me see. We are locating fish from China Island to the sloughs, and all through the rival of grass. Presence, a challenge, and pinpointing specific locations are still able to catch fish. Water temperature is 49 to 50, but the fish are aggressive, feeding when the tide gets right. So it's up to you to figure out what that means. What does the tide get right?
Yeah.
Go with Golden State and figure out, because I read that, I'm like, when the tide gets right, I don't know what the hell that means. Is that incoming, slack, outgoing? I have no idea, but when it's right,
It's right.
it's either going to be right or
It's not.
it's not. Top baits are still eel, pile worms. Roe remain our most effective baits. Huh? I wonder why.
There it is.
It's not just any roe.
Yeah.
You can't just go down to the bait shop and buy the roe off the shelf. Nothing against anybody selling that. And it works.
It does. It just doesn't work as well as the stuff Joe's using.
Yeah, so get with Joey. Go out there. And besides that, you're going to have a great time. We've never had a disappointment with the Golden State Sport Fishing. You're going to have a lot of good laughs and a good time. And we usually film our trips with him. So go to Old Farts Fishing, see those videos.
Yep.
And then say, man, I want to go hang out with those guys. You might get picked on a little bit. All right, that's just me. It was just me
Yeah.
getting picked
It
on.
probably you.
What did Eric tell me today? That whole term, you know what that term is? The kiss process.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah, keep it
Oh,
simple,
yeah.
stupid.
Okay.
He's all, yeah, just keep it simple, Stoney.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
really?
There it is.
Let me see. If you'd like to come along on a sturgeon, give them a call. So, yep, that is. So, call Joe, Golden State Sport Fishing, 209-855-1487. You will not be disappointed. Show the love. Get out there and go get yourself some big sturgeon.
Yeah.
Let me see. Kevin Brock got an extensive report from Fish Kevin Brock. He is a sponsor for us, so I can guarantee you that as part of a membership of Patreon with us, there will be Kevin Brock gear. His rods are $250, $3. You have a chance of winning a rod for free.
Nice.
And all kinds of other tackle as the season progresses. It depends on the time of year. If I play my cards right, right now Kokanee's fishing, maybe I'll get one of his brand new Kokanee rods as a raffle prize.
There you go.
So I got to talk to him this week, and we may be promoting that sooner or later. But Kokanee rod, sturgeon rod, every rod you can think of is, there could be a big chance you can build an arsenal for $3 a month.
Yep.
So check it out. Fishing report: Feather River still had decent fishing downtown below hatchery. Small pink worms, night crawlers, small orange rubber eggs. 10 millimeter in size. Water is getting clear. 6 pound leader is good. Don't forget a little Cleo in the silver and blue. Can get one to grab. You can keep fin clipped. You can keep fin clipped fish. You can keep. Don't forget your steelhead card. So steelhead fishing on the Feather is on point, just like Fisherman's Warehouse said it was. So, but you heard it from Kevin as well.
Yep.
And that's the fishing report.
Very nice.
You guys want to get on that list of giving a fishing report, you know how to get a hold of me. Send a text to 408-889-3671 and say who you are, what guide service you're with, and give us a fishing report. We'd love to give you a shout out. And if it drives you a little bit of business, then awesome, it's working.
Yeah.
If
sure.
not, well, sorry. Better luck next time. We'll see how it goes.
Try harder.
Try harder. Just try harder. So anyway, fishing report. What's in the
Very good.
news? We talked about B with B's guide service.
Got the bash coming up. When's the next one?
Good question. So March 7th.
March 7th.
March
That's right.
7th. $150 a team,
Yep.
which means divide that by 3 is what? $75?
You are stoned.
What? 75. Why
150? $150
$150 divided by 3.
divided by 3.
Yeah.
It's $50 a piece.
Yeah, exactly. plus expenses.
Because he's thinking him and Anthony.
I know.
He pays 70 or 75.
I don't know. $50 a piece. So $50 a piece, you get into the tournament. Divide that up between 3 guys. Now you're gonna have gas and hotel and whatever, but
Yep.
Dan's on there laughing because yes, okay, so what, Dan? Dan fishes this thing by himself, and he does well.
Yes.
A new guy,
And how much does it cost him?
$150.
Okay.
Plus
So let's see if
expenses.
you can divide that by 1.
Hey, I can do that math. But he fishes by himself.
Yeah.
The only other person that I knew of during that was Shannon Jay used to fish those by himself. So
Yeah.
it's not very often we get somebody who fishes the tournament by themselves. But you know what? Sometimes that's the best way to go.
Yeah.
There's a lot of 2 people, a lot of husband and wife teams out there, and so it's great to see the bash is getting traction.
Yeah.
And yeah, so.
Good. I like it. It's fun.
So, looks like, not to be a downer, but surgery for me is potentially what I'm hearing is March. I just don't know what that means. If it is late March and I can get one more bash squeezed in, then
Yep.
I will pay to play because things are feeling good since I've been resting it and not pushing myself.
Yep.
But we will be doing a bash. Other than that, it'll be you and Anthony, and I wish you guys luck. But we'll
Yeah.
play that as it goes along. Enough of that
Well,
nonsense.
and then we're gonna. But if you're not there, we're gonna be pulling in ringers though. That's
So
gonna be the good
who's
part.
the ringer? You gonna sell those tickets, or you?
We
Gonna,
might.
Who do you think? So
I know we've got 3 ringers that we could choose from right now, that aren't on a waiting list or anything like that. We got my wife.
Okay.
She catches more fish than I do.
Okay.
She probably catches more fish than you and Anthony.
I wouldn't challenge that, but
You probably shouldn't. She'll probably kick your ass if you do.
that's a whole nother.
Let him challenge. Let him challenge.
That's a whole nother story. But
We got Junior. You've had Junior on several times.
yeah, you can.
You might be able to call him in.
Yeah.
And then Chad. So we got 3 people to choose from, and then if they can't make it, we could always probably reach out and find somebody else.
The Creek lady might jump on your boat.
Maybe.
You might get more views. So you want to get more views, or you're gonna win the tournament?
I want to win the tournament,
See,
but if she's on the boat, we'll have lots of stink bait.
True. True. Yes. So,
Clipped.
no, you gotta go watch some of our old videos about the Creek lady.
Yeah, yeah.
Big Willie from Amazing Fishing gave us a story one time when he fished with us out there.
Yep.
And little story on that is Anthony and I would always fish the tournaments by ourselves, and we started pulling in. I wouldn't say ringers, but we had an open heart, and we would just randomly accept people on that something would happen, or they, one of the catfish rodeos we did with the Goodfellas, we stayed over at the hotel with James Newman and Trenton Reed, and those
All
guys.
them
And we
good.
started partying with them at the hotel, and after a few. I think AMFs, if you don't know what an AMF is, then you go look it up. But a few of the AMFs and some Long Island iced teas and flirting with waitresses. And Anthony's all, man, you got game. I'm thinking, game my ass. We were both drunk. Nobody had no game. They weren't giggling because it was funny and cute. They were giggling because look at those 2 old men.
Look at these idiots.
Well, we were having a good time, and we ended up playing blackjack and ended up. Long story short is we ended up inviting the blackjack dealer to get on the boat the next morning.
Yep.
He'd never fished. He's an Indian dude, not the. Yeah, there's no way to do this the politically correct way.
Native American.
Native American or
Native.
fine, native.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm an old man. It's still American Indian. I'm from
Yeah.
the Fakawi tribe. I get some leeway, I think.
Yeah, yeah. No.
Yes, the Fakawi
That
tribe.
doesn't help your case.
That's it.
Let me double down as a better thing. No.
Anyway, we
Oh,
digress.
Slime Rocket's talking shit on you.
I know, that's all right.
Who is?
Slime Rocket.
Okay.
Dan.
Yeah, well,
The single man.
it happens.
It
It
is.
happens.
But anyway, we get this Indian dude. And I'm thinking, Anthony had way too much to drink, and he's like tore up. I'm like, oh my God, what did we do? We partied too hard. And I get to the dock, and sure enough, there's the guy with his little Snoopy lunch box. I don't know what it was, some tiny little tackle box and a tiny little pole. And I'm Anthony, he actually showed up. Well, luckily he did. because Anthony was so hungover. He sat on the bow of the boat under the blanket almost all day long, and I'm
Oh.
fishing with this blackjack
That's
dealer
terrible.
during a tournament. So the point is, it wasn't always about winning and losing. It was about, are we gonna go out there and have fun?
Yeah.
Right. And so we've had the blackjack dealer on there. We've had a kid on there I've taken out before that, didn't have anybody.
Mm-hmm.
We had a team that their partner just didn't show up. And we said, just jump on our boat, Aaron.
Yeah.
We won't talk
Yeah.
about those. But,
Yeah.
but those days are over now. It's like, you know what? We've had a lot of fun. We still want to keep that, but we're going to go in there and try to win some of these things and
Hopefully.
take it a little serious.
Hopefully.
But do not lose the element of the fun.
Yeah. Yeah. It's got to be fun.
It's gotta be
be fun.
And with that, I think we've got a fun crowd. The last tournament was amazing.
blast.
There's been no drama. When I look at the post activity, there's been no drama. So a lot of teams are taking it serious, and hopefully we get more teams. We'd love to see 40 teams out there
Yeah.
and really have that flyer achieve the number that we boast about, because we know it's achievable.
Yeah.
We've seen it. We get enough followers, and it's not that expensive. And
No, it's fun. It's a good time. It's we try to keep it clean. So, there was several kids on boats out there fishing with their parents or whatever.
The Whisker Warrior or the Warriors? Is it Whisker Warriors?
Yeah.
They have 2 teams now,
Yep.
and they've got kids that come out, and there's that's the thing. That's
Yeah.
the part I love when.
Yep.
I think it wasn't this tournament; it was a tournament before last, where
Yeah.
the kids there was his mother's birthday.
Okay.
And there they are out fishing, and they ended up winning.
Nice.
I think it was in December, and they actually won the Open.
Nice.
So it wasn't even, they weren't even in the championship.
Yeah.
It's like, how'd you pull that across with your mom and your wife to say, yo, I'm going to go fish a tournament. I'm not even in the championship, but we're going to go.
Yeah.
It's your birthday, but that's all right.
Yeah.
They chose that over, and then they won.
Yeah.
They won.
Yeah,
So
well-
it was worth it to them. That's what we love about this whole thing.
Yeah.
Is just all of that.
Well, and then the kids last tournament, they won a hook and big rod.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, the kids were happy as heck to get a brand new fishing pole.
And I think it's
You
the
know?
Whisker Warriors. I believe it's them that
Okay.
is doing the customized rod as well. So there's actually 2
Okay.
rods being given away.
Oh, nice.
I did have some requests to bring back the raffle prizes that we used to do.
Right.
And it's kind of a double-edged sword, right? I love the raffles, right?
Yeah.
But then it's like people don't like waiting around for them. They want to get in and get out. So we got to find a way to make it more efficient.
Yeah.
Or
If
maybe
you sign on to our Patreon,
the producer.
yeah,
so-
raffles.
Yeah, but that benefits me, But we're looking at how to.
It's the raffle.
It
winner,
does.
Stoney.
But the
Yeah.
Catfish Bash is looking at how so we had a request to bring back the raffles. And
Yeah.
it's just it takes some effort. It takes someone to coordinate all that.
Yeah.
And Jake and I run a very lean team.
Yeah.
Is if we had somebody that said, "Hey, I'm willing to take that role and run with it," it's a volunteer position. But
And
it's
going to be a lot of work.
it's a lot of work. So if someone's ambitious, they want to make it, that they can do that as well as run the 50-50. I'm sure if we can get enough activity, enough money coming in from that,
Yeah.
there's definitely some, reward for your efforts to where if you're actually showing it's generating money, that can make it a paid position pretty easily.
Yeah.
And it's Jake's decision, but guess who controls the money coming in? It all goes through me. All those things you guys pay me, but how it gets spent, this is definitely something we talk about and we agree on. And
Yeah.
it's definitely something that if there was value in it and it was proven on, you look at all this money. It's not about a money grab. It's like let's get people paid in positions.
Yeah.
And, we all work together. We can grow it. So
Yep. And have fun with it.
and have fun.
Have fun.
So whatever is in that safety meeting stuff, it made me very talkative. So you got to keep going.
Yes, it did.
So tech talk. We talked a little bit about shark fishing, but
Yes.
now I
Yeah.
want to know.
Well,
Well, you want to talk about the technical part of what worked, what didn't work. Where'd you go? Give us
Yeah.
more detail.
So we went down to Coyote Point. We launched out of Coyote Point. We usually just go pretty much straight out of Coyote Point. There's a channel marker out there. We head straight out to that channel marker, and we make a right turn, and we go up about 200 yards and we anchor right on the channel.
Where is
Coyote Point.
Coyote Point.
from San Francisco?
It's south of San Francisco.
About
It's
how far?
it's probably, I'm gonna guess, probably about a 20-25 minute drive,
Yeah.
depending on how bad the traffic is in the Bay Area.
What ramp? What ramp?
Coyote Point.
Just
boat
that's
ramp?
okay. The Coyote Point.
Coyote
boat
Point
ramp.
Park Recreation Area, whatever they want to call it. Coyote Point Marina
Launch fee.
is $6
But if you have a handicap sticker,
You pay $6. You don't have to pay the parking fee.
wow,
So yeah, makes it a little easier.
I gotta apply for
know.
one of those.
Yeah. So it's nice though. They've got a nice ramp. They've got 3 spots you can launch at the same time. So, and it's never crowded. I've never had to deal with any people. A lot of boats going in and out of there, but there's some really good fishing down there. A few years back, we went down there. My wife caught a 7.5 foot sturgeon.
It's a few years.
Yeah, about 3 years ago we
So
went
what'd
down.
you do this trip?
This year we've only got a couple of small leopard sharks. I think it was 3 total. Yeah, 3 little ones this year.
And is there a
so far.
limit on size, or
There is a size limit. There's got to be 36 inches, and I believe you're allowed to keep 3 of them.
so? How many did you bring home?
We didn't bring any home.
But you had fun catching it.
Yes, we did.
So
And
go back to that turn you were saying out of the point.
we go straight out to the channel marker that's outside the Coyote Point there. It's about a mile out. Go out to that channel marker and make a right-hand turn. And go up about 200 yards and stay right at the edge of the channel. There's a definite, if you look at your fish finder, there's a definite drop-off. It goes from about 10 feet to 30 feet.
Okay.
So we fish right there on that drop-off. And we usually do pretty good. Like I said, this time was slow, but usually we'll go out there and we'll catch 10, 12, 15 leopard sharks a piece.
So is it slow because of the time of year, or is
I
it
think
slow
it's
because of the
time
bait
year.
you use?
I think it's the time of the year. I think we're a little early.
What bait did you use?
We were using squid and salmon belly,
Okay.
and which is a go-to bait for shark. We're not catching the big 7 gills like Joey is out there by Alcatraz or anything.
You're using big old heads like salmon
Yeah.
heads and stuff.
Yeah, we're just catching the smaller, leopard sharks. We get some pretty good sized leopard sharks, and we catch a few smaller 7 gills and some soup fins and stuff like that. But it's a good time. You catch a lot of them. As as it gets a little bit later in the year, I think the leopard sharks come in to, I guess they call it pupping, having their babies, and they'll have them back in there. So you'll end up starting catching a lot of sharks.
So that's something that Anthony and I never did. That I definitely, once I get everything situated, I definitely want to do more stuff like that. I just the boat I have now, I'm like, I
no,
just feel a little small.
I'll tell you
so
what,
we're going with Darren.
The time of year we go, this like when we were out there this weekend, it was flat.
Yeah.
It was like fishing. I've seen Clear Lake with a 5-mile-an-hour wind get more chop than there was out there this weekend. So it was beautiful out there. But our bait, we were using our standard baits, but then we decided. Chad said, "Well, we got this stuff on the boat. Let's try it out."
What stuff was that?
It was some Kick 'em a Pal.
Kick him at what?
Kick 'em a Pal.
I used to have
Catfish
2
spear.
bottles of that to show, but
Yes.
somehow they both disappeared.
Yes, one is on my boat.
And one's on Richard's. They both
Yes.
took it from the last podcast. So
But
I
I'll
need
tell you,
more.
we put some on some squid and we put some on the salmon belly. And Chad had one fish before we put the stuff on. After we put the stuff on, I caught one. My wife lost 3, and Chad caught one more.
Wow. So you
So-
feel it turned the bite on.
We did a little better with it, that's for sure.
So that's good.
for
I
sure.
mean, that's a good, testimonial for the
Yeah.
catfish, what we're calling a catfish
Yeah,
bait,
catfish.
or the kick 'em a
bait
pal.
cure, yeah.
But in reality, it's marketed towards catfishing. But I think what it is Kevin's had 2 cures on the market. One was a roe cure, pink that you cure your eggs with, and then he had a anchovy or a sardine cure, I think a sardine cure, right?
Right.
And so those were the 2 he had in the market. Well, then we went and as I was building my relationship with Kevin, we started catfishing stuff.
Yep.
And he had this stuff. I asked him, well, what's the stuff you put in your other baits? And he said, oh, it's kick 'em a pal.
Yep.
And I said, well, what's kick 'em a pal? He says, oh, it's the stuff we put in our swim baits and all this other stuff. And I'm like, that's just a cool name. Let's just call it, for a catfish bait specifically. And he thought about it for a while, but this is kind of cool when we start thinking about things. Is he actually did it? He
Yep.
actually went and had the labels done. We designed a label. We put it together, and it's selling. We sold a ton of it at the ISE show.
Yeah.
We've given quite a few away, so we'll have more to give away as part of this podcast for Patreon members only that are paid members. Will be access to win some of that stuff for free.
Yeah.
But yeah, that stuff. What we're finding is it doesn't hurt. So the
No.
Kick 'em a Pal that we formulated specifically for catfishing, is something that Kevin's already had some experience in.
Yeah.
And making sense. And it's a different because it's not a jelly, it's not an oil. It's basically taking the wet bait that you use and just stiffens it. It's a cure.
Yeah.
It just stiffens
And it adds some scent to it.
And it adds like your chicken livers, right? If you're catfishing or striper fishing, and we've used it striper fishing before it was called Kick-em-a-pow in the beta testing.
Just make sure the label stays on. Because before my wife saw the label, she thought it was like onion salt or something.
Oh shit! Surprise!
Yeah. I'm like, nope, that's not a spice, honey.
That's fair though.
It is. I got this new rub.
If they label that barbecue spice,
Yeah, it could be dangerous. Yeah, but it definitely worked. It definitely was a good turn on for us for the bait this time.
Yeah.
So I would definitely be trying it again.
So it's good.
definitely
I
be
mean,
using
it's a new product. There's not a lot of history on it. We've got a lot of
Richard
testing.
wants to make it very clear
Yes.
that the bottle he took was given to him last week.
That's true.
It was given.
It was
to
given.
Him.
We can watch the footage. Absolutely right. It was given.
Yeah.
It's all gone. I don't even have it.
Yep.
And now I get, well, you're not fishing anyway. So,
Yeah,
well, there's some valid points to that.
Yep.
So I'd rather it get out there, get used, and we get stories like this back.
Yeah, you'll get to live vicariously
Yes.
through us.
And if it's not working, tell us that too, right?
Yeah.
So we know how'd you use it, what was going on, just so we get data to understand that, in this
if
environment.
anything needs to be changed or
Right.
whatever,
So
yeah.
feedback is great to make. It's the first generation product
Yeah.
of the Kick-em-a-pow or catfishing. Maybe it'll turn into something else. And
Yep.
we'll just see where it goes. Just the partnerships that we're building and building is
Yeah. That was good.
stuff. So
So yeah, that was my fishing report and my tech talk, and
all in one.
yeah, it was good. It was fun. I enjoy my fishing.
I'm glad you're able to get out because it's that song is killing me slowly or softly or
Yeah.
I feel like my fishing's going right now. It's just it hurts, and this is the first Sunday or weekend I haven't gone fishing for a specific reason other than like a family thing or whatever. This is just one where I just sat on my ass at home going,
Yeah.
I just sucks to do anything, and it's depressing. It's
definitely depressing.
and it's definitely hard to stay away from reaching to the bottle or am I smoking a little bit more? Maybe I'm not gonna lie. It's but I'm still running a business. We're still doing the things we got to do. But if it keeps me sane from not drinking or doing harsh things, or if I smoke a little bit more just to keep me mellow, and that's what I'm gonna do. So
Well, we'll just have to start doing a live feed to you when we're out fishing,
that's it, right? Streaming live.
and then we'll go. Oh, I got an idea. We could.
He's getting a contact.
We could stream live us out there fishing,
right.
but then you could be playing that fishing video game at the same time.
My son.
So we could say hooked up, and then you could start fighting a fish on the video game.
So my son Matt, he got those VR headsets. It's
Right.
fishing. He brought it over. I think it's during Christmas or Christmas before. He brought it over at one point when we were playing. So I'm like, you know what? He's gonna have to bring that over so I have something to do. I can sit there and do this VR fishing as long as I'm not getting too excited and
Yeah,
trying to really
breaking your TV or something.
or breaking my back. I'll just just gotta it's all in the wrist. Just keep going.
Try meth; it gets you moving.
Try meth.
That's just what Ben says.
Those days are over. No. I got stories about that,
Yeah.
But we could save those stories for Patreon, where you get
There
the
you go.
paid subscription and find out. Let's learn more about why Stoney said something about meth. Well, I'm not going to show that here.
Right when you said that, on your little crawl,
Yeah.
the Patreon logo showed up.
How funny.
So the text, and that's going to be a clip.
That's going to be a clip. I don't know.
Yeah.
But-
What else we got going?
Oh, we blew through a lot of this. I haven't been looking at comments, but we definitely need to read some of these comments.
No, it's just try the math and get you moving.
No, there's more comments on there, Mr. Producer. I don't even know. I'm trying to put them in context. Let me see. Your fishing license is one of the raffles. So it looks like Richard's giving away a fishing license for a kid's fishing license. That's awesome. You know who does that a lot is
That's awesome.
is the NorCal Guides and Sportsmen Association gives those away. Now I'm becoming pretty good friends with James Stone. You know, he's a real
Yeah.
big supporter of Old Farts fishing.
Even though he doesn't live down here in California
That's
anymore.
okay. That's a whole nother thing. Come on, we'll leave those things.
He's one of the smart ones, I guess. So
Well, hey, he was able to get out. You know, the funny thing is, just again, as we James Stone, where I met James is, so I got into fishing around COVID, and that's when we started. But I was doing my real estate photography, so this guy, the real estate agent hires me. I don't even remember the agent. I have to go look back, but. I go shoot this house, and I go in this garage. It's a beautiful garage. You got this big old sled in it, big old nice boat, and they're like, "Oh, that's James Stone." I'm like, "Who's James Stone?"
yeah,
I heard of who he was, but I didn't know,
Right,
James
right.
Stone. But that was my first encounter, is actually shooting his house to list it so they can move to Idaho.
Oh, okay.
But since then, that leveraged into me knowing him, and he's helped us out with some of the bashes in the past to
Yep.
give us donations for raffles, and I'll be definitely reaching out to him to have give me some things. But that's
been on the
know,
podcast a few times.
he's been on the podcast a few times, but I can always just reach out to him to get some merch to have shipped probably right to you, to where I'll just do an interview with him and he'll talk about it, and then we'll do a drawing,
There you go.
and then whatever name comes up, we'll provide the shipping information and they'll ship right to you.
Yeah.
So we'll probably get some stuff there. But you got me thinking, is this license for kids, a lifetime license? Dude, if I can get those guys to donate one of these, and this is what's
That'd
going to
be
happen
awesome.
with our followers, right? Is as those things happen, right, and we get more and more followers, it's like I want to be able to do a lifetime license for a kid, which is like $600 or something now.
I'm not sure, but that'd be awesome.
It's but to be able to have the funds to do that, and that's what's going to come from this Patreon
Yeah.
membership, is as we get more followers, that's what we're going to pay. That's what
Yeah.
we're going to do,
Yeah.
is have some really cool prizes like that. That's really giving back.
Yeah. it
And
would
so it's a matter of either paying for them ourselves and gifting them,
be. Yeah.
or getting sponsors to donate them as a trade for advertising.
Yeah.
So just because we have people giving us stuff doesn't mean it's free. It means that in return, we're giving them shout outs and promotions, and like the fishing reports that I get from these guides. It's they're I would say friends, they're colleagues,
Yeah.
and shouting them out may hopefully drive some business where they're gonna come.
Yeah.
So they give me a fishing report, and I give them some publicity, and
Yeah.
and hopefully they win and get.
I think Richard's trying to tell us that the fishing license he's going to give out is a adult fish license.
That's even better.
Yeah.
But adult
Not a-
fish,
not a
any
kid's
kind of
one.
fishing license, but kids,
Yeah.
adult, but giving back to somebody that says for the rest of your life you never have to buy.
That would be awesome.
And to me, that's like having a bond or something. That's like you buy it and it just goes up.
Yeah.
Could you imagine
yeah.
buying gold when it was like
$200 an ounce.
right or $50 an ounce?
Yeah.
And now what is it? It's
Like,
outrageous.
yeah, it's a crazy amount.
So
Yeah, but
knowing
that sounds like our fishing license. That's a crazy amount.
right. So fishing license, same thing. All of a sudden you have this lifetime fishing license.
And you know what's screwed up? I found out is I can't tell the game warden I'm only 16 anymore.
Well, especially now that you're growing hair, or maybe you need to grow hair. Maybe you'll look 16.
Yeah, there we
How
go.
long are you gonna grow that?
That's
hair?
it. That's it. That's as far as it's going. I'm going to
So
cut
how-
it in the morning again.
So is,
Yeah, I mean,
is
I've
that
got-
considered
I've got-
long now?
Yes, this is as long as I've ever had it in
Like,
30
Look
years.
down. So I can see why you don't want to go much longer, because now you got the big old bald spot. On it.
Well, like I
is
said,
that
this
from
is
hitting the headboard, or is that?
this is the first time I've had this much hair
yeah.
in 30 years.
Holy shit!
Seriously, this is the longest
Does
it's
it feel
ever
like you're
been.
wearing a hat?
It's weird. The other day I was outside, and I was going into Home Depot,
Oh shit!
and the wind was blowing, and I'm like, holy fuck, I could feel the wind blowing through my hair. I have not felt that feeling in 30 years.
I bet you're a little bit warmer right now, though, too. It's been
No,
hella
no.
cold. This fog. I'm right done with this fog.
Nah.
Fog is just stupid. Just
Watch
Yeah.
out there, and you're gonna be a long-haired hippie like me anytime.
Yeah, I can show you some pictures of when I used to have long
I
hair.
was gonna say something, but it could have come out wrong. It's like, wow, it
Yeah.
looks like Eric's rubbing off on him, but that could have been taken out of context or clipped or used
Yeah.
somewhere else. But
Yeah.
yeah, but,
No, this it's gonna stay at about an 1/8 inch. This is the thing I have on my clippers, so that's as far as it's going.
all right.
And probably this summer it'll come back off.
Well, I just got a haircut like Monday, I think.
About time.
Wait,
You
not
were
Monday.
definitely looking
That'd
like
be
a
Friday.
hippie.
That'd be Friday. Today's
Yeah.
Monday.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
you should
remember. Sunday.
use some mousse in it or something though.
You know, I was gonna throw one of these hats on, and I totally forgot. But then halfway through the podcast, I'm like, oh, I forgot the hat. But I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go.
You know, it's
without.
funny though. The fish don't care what her hair looks like.
No, but I gotta look good for the cameras.
Well,
It's not working.
the hat's not going to help either.
Not, it is what it is. It's like the hat's not helping you.
No.
No. Yeah. So, what else is going on?
Oh, that footage from Anthony. From
Which?
Driving with Stoney Stone.
Oh, yeah. So if you guys follow
That was
Driving with
funny.
Stoney Stone, you know we do accept footage from people. Just send me some footage. You got Darren who is sponsored with a dash cam, but I get no footage from him. And come on, what's up? What is that sponsorship?
I
we
actually
gave?
probably should pull that card out right now because a couple people ran red lights in front of me on the way here.
Footage. Just give me footage.
Yeah.
So we have a sponsor that's supposed to get us footage. It's not. Come on, step on it. But Eric gets a ton of footage. I get some footage. But Anthony, I think we gave him I don't remember if we gave him one or if he got his own. He might have got his own, which is
Yeah.
good because he gives us footage as he's driving with Champions Cleaning Solutions
Yep.
or Champions Carpet Cleaning and more, as well as there's a new thing going on with Champions that I can't tell you now. But if you subscribe to Patreon, you can find out what Anthony has up his sleeve because he's a fisherman and he has some big announcement is maybe we'll put this on Patreon. The only way to find out and get an early announcement is subscribe to the channel. I'll get a little interview with Anthony. He'll talk about what's coming up and you might be pleasantly surprised what he's got up his sleeve. But you have to be a Patreon member to get that.
Damn.
So you got to subscribe too. You won't say, "Oh wait, no,
Oh, man.
you'll be part of it." Shit. But subscribe. Give it as a gift.
Yeah.
You know? Give it to somebody else. $3 a
Yeah.
month. It's like you go to Starbucks. You spend more than that on a stupid foo-foo coffee, or some lure that may or may not work. Or
Yep.
but you're gonna have a chance to win $250 rod.
Ooh.
And that's a Kevin Brock rod, or a Hook 'em Big rod, which we just gave one away last week.
Yep.
Before we did the Patreon, that was our last giveaway. I didn't realize that was our last giveaway until it was our last giveaway.
Yep.
But we will have more rods to give away. We're gonna have some merch from Old Farts Fishing. We have some catfish merch that I'm gonna. So if you're a catfish guy and you subscribed, and you'll have a choice of, hey, do you want this Catfish Bash hoodie or shirt that we have? Or do you want an Old Farts Fishing one? But the prizes will change, and the more followers we get, the bigger the prizes are going to get.
Yeah.
So right now, with I think 3 paid subscribers, we need at least 10.
Yep.
But once we get to 10, I'm going to raffle off this butt juice. No, no, they're not going to raffle.
Freshly
off
bottled.
bottled butt juice. But maybe with the 2 subscribers we have, I think there's only 2 paid. I have to look. It's 2 or 3.
I just want to know, did you get that butt juice before you went to the colonoscopy?
No, that's why you went to colonoscopy.
Well, so not to digress too much, we got 10 minutes, and most people must have fallen off already. But we're just gonna throw this out there. It's funny you mentioned colonoscopy because there was some talk on some private chat group today about I don't know if it was prostate checks or.
Yeah, I saw
for
something about
prostate.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, with all the technology we have, right? We have CAT scans, MRIs, CT
All of it.
scans, blood work, things that can see through you, see in you.
Yep.
Cameras that can frickin' see from your throat down your butthole. I mean, they can see through everything into you. Why is it they still have to stick the finger up your butt to check your prostate?
Because some people have a really good looking Asian doctor.
I was gonna say that could be some of the reasons. Is maybe it pays to not have really good insurance.
Yep.
They still got to do things the old-fashioned way. As long as you got the right doctor, it's okay. But if you got
Exactly.
Dr. Big Hands coming after you,
Yep. I had one of the prostate exam, and my doctor was a little Asian lady, and she was actually joking about it. She says, "Aren't you glad I'm not a basketball player?"
"Oh shit."
I'm like, yes, I'm very, very glad.
Is that because they have big hands, or because
They have long fingers.
maybe the fingers are long? Other things are, I don't know.
As long as you don't feel both of them on your shoulder at the same time.
Then you're in trouble.
Yeah.
You're like singing like 10 octaves higher. Oh, I love
Yep,
it. Not
yep.
from experience.
Yep.
Oh man, as we digress. That's funny when you
Yes.
start running out of content. You're like making shit up as you go along, and
Yeah.
and this is some of the stuff you're gonna get on Patreon when you go into our before the
We're
scenes,
currently on the live.
and we're currently live. But you know,
You actually get better quality on the Patreon.
we do get better quality on Patreon because the podcast hasn't started, so you get the behind the conversations that lead up to what are we actually going to talk about today.
Yeah.
And so when you subscribe, you'll see what happened today and in today's prep meeting, safety meeting, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
But
Safety meeting. We call it a safety
we call it
meeting.
safe. See,
Okay.
we call it
Safety
safety
meeting.
Time.
every time.
Yeah.
So branding, it's a safety
Yeah.
meeting. So if you want behind the scenes safety meeting content, subscribe and find out what happens in the safety meeting that determines what we're going to talk about.
Yep.
Which reminds me, if you ever watch a lot of TV, which now I'm finding I'm watching way too much TV, but
Yeah.
we watch Comedy Central, and usually through the week, I don't know if we watch it on DVR, usually a day or two later, but I think it's 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night. They have the Daily Show, which is basically a newscast of kind of what's going on in the real world, of
Right.
the news that we follow. And they make fun of everything in it. And it's been on for several years. I just never watched it. But recently, several decades. Decades. So it's new to me. As I started watching it, I actually do not watch the real news anymore because
Right.
I'm just so tired of it's how it's slanted one way or the other. It's
Yep.
whatever you believe in, which direction you go, it's slanted. Totally just, and it just gets old, right?
Yeah.
So I watch the Daily Show because they make fun of all of it.
Yeah.
So doing comedy like I used to do and you know, trying to be funny and I watched, shut up. I retired from comedy.
I didn't say nothing.
Your face said it all.
Yeah, I did see a couple of your shows. Yep. Yep.
I didn't say I did good comedy. I
That,
just
that
said
is
I
true.
did-
To
I
your,
would,
to
I would
your,
say in my defense, I
your credit.
produced a better comedy show than I was a comedian.
yes.
But you know, some things in life that you throw yourself at, you're not good at, and it's just you recognize you're not good at it. Now,
Yeah.
fishing, I'm still not good at it. I just haven't
You're
recognized.
better
it
at
yet.
fishing
But
than
I'm
you
good-
were with comedy.
Okay, so there's progress. There's forward motion. That's all you could ask for.
Yeah.
Is you
Yeah.
improve your people you hang around with.
Yeah.
You make the steps in the right direction. We're still learning, right?
Yeah.
If you want to jump on the religious bandwagon of, you know, I ask for forgiveness, I move forward, I try to be a better man,
Yeah.
and you know, I give my love to the Anunnaki. I don't know.
Oh God. We are really slipping backwards here.
No, whatever it is you believe in, just whatever you believe in. You gotta have fun.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what this is all about.
Yeah.
And
So I want to, but before we get off here, and if
you
there's
get
any-
off. I'm not,
if there's anybody else still online,
everybody's gone. They're like
We got our hand
we need to I want to
groupies.
I want one of these weekends here real soon. I'm gonna head up to Clear Lake without any catfish gear, and I'm gonna have just some small light action poles, and I want to go do some crappie fishing.
So here's what I think we should do, and we already have an invitation, and we just have to do it.
Okay.
And maybe it's one of those things that, and I don't want to hold you guys back,
Well, you probably do anyway.
but I have an invitation to go out with Brandon LeBoy,
Okay.
or Martin. Come on, this is bad. Marlo, the guy, the crappie guy over at
Yeah.
Clear Lake, the guy
Yeah,
that
yeah.
we've had on the podcast. And forgive me, it's getting later in the podcast.
Yeah.
But we've got an invitation to go crappie fishing with them. So if I can arrange that to happen, you guys
do
go
it.
crappie fishing, but you have to grab me footage.
Oh yeah.
I need footage. Now the cool
sure.
thing is, some of that footage will be put on our normal channel, and you can see it on our YouTube and our Facebook and Instagram. But but to see the full footage and the uncut and the actual stuff you want to see, you have to join Patreon
Yep.
to see that. So anyway, that's where we're going with that. Martin,
Yep.
yes, Martin. So Martin.
Yeah. I definitely want to get up there and do some crappie
So
fishing.
we have an open invitation with them, you know, and
Yeah.
you guys know, and I'm not gonna say it because I know I'm gonna screw it up. I did really well this year with Brandon's Tule Creek
Tule Creek.
Hunting Outfitters.
Yes.
I think I got it right. Hopefully, I
Yeah.
got it right.
Well,
If I
let's
did,
see
I'm
if
on a
they
roll.
didn't.
I know it'll be like you messed it up again, Stoney.
Yep.
But you know, he's a guide. They do duck
Yep.
hunting, and I think they do catfishing out there. I'm sure they do. I
Yep.
know they do. The carp thing that they do is freaking amazing. They've got a tournament coming up.
That's
pretty
coming up.
soon.
Yeah.
So I need to get him on
Bow fishing.
the bow
Yeah.
fishing. I definitely got to
Bow
talk to
fishing
him
blitz,
about
I think
getting
it
on
is.
here.
Yeah.
To promote that. So
Yeah.
reach out to me. Let's get you scheduled. We would love to hear more about bow fishing.
Yeah.
But that was something I definitely want to go do. I got so many fishing things I want to do.
Yep. Like catch fish.
Marlin. So Martin Marlin. like, hey, we had a great freaking year catching fish. I don't want to hear.
I could. I had to do it.
Yeah. So
Sorry.
go ahead. So what were you saying so one little thing that'll let out that's in the behind the scenes footage. What were you talking shit about the biggest fish on your boat?
I was saying that my boat is good luck for you and Anthony
Yeah, and I said bullshit.
because you both have caught your personal best on my boat.
It was just luck.
No, that's skill,
Yeah. Okay. Whose skill?
not mine. I didn't never say it was my skill.
Blow fishing. No. Bow fishing.
You're trying to finally give him a compliment.
I know, huh?
No. No, but it's all good. We had a good time.
Yeah.
But you want to get out and do some fishing on Clear Lake, reach out to Brandon.
Yeah.
Schedule a trip. But yeah, we can get you guys out there. Anthony and I always say we're gonna go do some crappie fishing or bass fishing, and we start catfishing and never. So we
That's
gotta
why.
leave those at home.
That's why I'm going to leave all the catfishing rods at home.
Right.
That way, I can't just be like, screw this. Let's go catch some catfish.
Right.
You know, I just got to stick it out, learn it, find some spots, and catch some crappie.
Yeah, I'd love to go do some. I want to do his crappie tournament. I wouldn't
Yeah.
do it now just because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm just gonna.
Well,
give it away.
it'll be better for your back too. Fish are smaller.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is true.
Yeah.
So, but lots to come this year. We'll have to see. You know,
Yeah.
Old Farts fishing team is still intact. Team Sift, and there may be tournaments that are not catfish related where we fish against each other.
Yeah.
Or maybe at the end of this year, it's no more Channel Cat crew. I'm back into my seat, and you know, it could be we're back. You know, 2 different teams, or
There could be a mutiny and you're just out completely.
I could be completely out. At least that's true. You, Stoney, we do better without you. So.
Yes, go fishing with me.
Oh my God! I'll go with. Yeah, we won't. No, never mind. This is totally different. Make sure you follow our page here. So where are we going to follow us? We're either going to go to Patreon under Fishing with Stoney Stone.
/ Fishing with Stoney Stone.
Yeah. YouTube under Old Farts Fishing.
Yep.
Team Sift on Facebook.
Yep.
Old
Yep.
Farts Fishing on Facebook.
Yep.
Fishing with Stoney Stone on Facebook.
Yep.
I think TikTok is Fishing with Stoney Stone.
Yeah.
And I think Instagram now is Fishing with Stoney Stone too.
There you
So
go.
we've just been driving that Fishing with Stoney Stone brand.
Yeah.
But yeah, help us out. Join Patreon. Not to make this an infomercial, but it kind of was.
Yep.
But we definitely
Definitely
need
was.
subscribers, and the more we get, and thank you to the guys that did subscribe. We are going to do a drawing. We want to get to 10 people first, so we can start giving away some prizes, and then every month. And then if we start getting a lot of followers, we can start doing weekly giveaways.
Yeah.
I just want to get that going, and then we get to, what was it, 500 subscribers?
Yep.
We get to see the feet cam of
Yeah. No socks.
no socks. And we can get some shoe sponsors or
And maybe-
sock sponsors. Or,
Maybe at 250,
At
I'll wear
250?
some like ankle socks just to
oh,
give you a
at
little teaser.
250, you could do ankle socks.
Or those what are those no seam socks where you know, yeah, something like
So
that.
watch for the premium page on. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Anyway, thanks for checking in Old Farts Fishing. Fishing with Stoney Stone. And until next week.
Stay safe on the water.
Pressing buttons, things are happening. I think the mics are there.